Hello and welcome to Clayton Valley Presbyterian Church. We're glad to have you with us today for Godly Play. This is a Montessori-based program of spiritual formation for children ages 3 and up and for anyone who's young at heart. We come to this space, this sacred space for worship from the sanctuary. We've usually spent some time with Pastor Barbara before the teachers come with the children and anyone else who wants to be at the circle. And we meet at the door to get ready to enter. We are called to the circle one by one, for we are called by name. And as we come to the circle, no matter who is telling the story that day, we always start the same way. The Lord be with you. And then, if we were together, someone from the circle would go over to the circle of the church year to show us where we are in the great unending calendar of the church. The circle of the church year is one where every beginning is an ending and every ending is a beginning. And so we look to see where we are in this great circle. Our arrow's pointing here to the green Sundays of the ordinary time. So let's move forward one. Not too many left before we change our season. We come back to the circle and we get ready to come close to what might be in the story for us today. Sometimes we pray the prayer of the 3 deep breaths to make our bodies still and our hands still and our mouths still so everyone at the circle can hear and feel what's in the story just for them today. Today is a special Sunday in our church year. It's World Communion Sunday. And so today we'll borrow from the stories that are behind me, from the ways we worship. Of course, other Sundays we tell parables or sacred stories from the Old and New Testament. But today, we're going to celebrate World Communion Sunday together. Now that means we'll need part of the I ams. On either side of the Holy Family, we have the 2 great I ams, so that when we're sitting at the circle, that's what we're facing. The Holy Family, the cross, and the I ams. One of the great I ams is I am the light. So we have a candle that reminds us of that I am. The one we need for today's story is this one. The other I am. I am the Good Shepherd. So let's bring that down to the circle for us. But that's not all. There's more. We also need this green circle. And this basket, there's a lot of work here today. Yeah, I think that's all we need to get started. Once there was someone who said such wonderful things and did such amazing things that people began to follow him. As they listened to him teach, they just couldn't help it. They had to ask, "Who are you really?" And one time he answered them this way, He said, I am the Good Shepherd. I know each one of my sheep by name, and they know the sound of my voice. When I take them from the sheepfold, I go before them to show them the way. I lead them to the good green grass. Now this is the table of the Good Shepherd. The table where we have the bread, and where we have the cup. And when we come to the table of the Good Shepherd, usually someone, Pastor Barbara, or maybe today someone else, will actually say the words of the Good Shepherd. So we don't need anything on the table other than the bread and the cup to remind us that it is the Good Shepherd's table. After someone says those words of the Good Shepherd, the people are invited to the table. And today, on World Communion Sunday, everyone from all over the world comes to the table. People with all different skin colors, who dress differently from one another, who have different customs, who speak different languages. They all come to the table. And even the children are invited to come. Big children, children who are growing. Come with everyone else. From all over the world on World Communion Sunday to share the bread and the cup at the table of the Good Shepherd. It's a special time. In this room, at this circle, we share the bread and the cup every Sunday together. For we remember that last meal in the upper room. We remember when Jesus and his friends had had dinner, everyone had eaten their fill, and then Jesus did something that they never forgot, for he took the bread and he blessed it and he broke it and he invited them, please, take and eat this, all of it, and remember me. We use the matzah in this room rather than the big puffy bread. We like to remember a taste of the desert here. And after they'd had the bread, then Jesus took the cup at that same supper, and he blessed it too, and he invited them all to take and drink from the cup, all of it, for it was his promise that if they would come together, everyone in his name, he would be with us all to the end of the age. So today on World Communion Sunday, I hope that you have had some bread and the cup. And if you haven't, now's a good time. Some bread or a cracker, some juice or some water like we have in this room. Remember not just that supper so long ago in the upper room, but celebrate today when our world needs to come together and remember the one whose voice we know. So until we come together again at this circle, stay safe, wear a mask, keep 6 feet apart, be well, and may the Lord bless you and keep you always.